Iranian officials say thousands of vulnerable children are working the streets of Tehran, collecting recyclable garbage and performing other menial jobs, despite a law that forbids child labor. Some 4,600 children are reportedly working at markets and cleaning cars in the Iranian capital. Officials say they are being exploited for profit. Now, one Christian ministry is attempting to reach these vulnerable children and other young people in Iran with the gospel. Mike Ansari is with Heart4Iran, a coalition of Christian ministries that's sending the gospel message into that Islamic country. Great to have you on the broadcast. So, Mike, why is it so important to reach Iran's children with the gospel?
Despite Iran being among the top 10 most hostile countries towards Christianity, experts are still saying that Iran has one of the fastest growing underground churches in the world. As fast as it grows, it desperately lacks solid foundational resources for families and children. The future of Christianity in Iran is on rocky grounds. There is intense persecution, hopelessness, and fear. If we don't focus on reaching the families and especially the children today, we have missed a historic opportunity to proclaim the good news.
Talk about your partnership with Superbook and the impact that it's had on children so far.
Well, Iranian children, much like their counterparts in U.S., are on their devices, and many are looking for some kind of a spiritual truth. So a while back, we partnered with CBN and took their award-winning Superbook series, dubbed it into Farsi, and we started using social media, and we did a beta test and put the content in front of Iranian families and children inside Iran. And the response was tremendously positive. Children started giving their hearts to Christ. Moms and dads started launching house churches where they used Superbook as the core tool to learn about Christianity.
Many of Iran's kids are in crisis. Talk about the difficulties that they face.
In November of 2021, Iranian officials reported that thousands of children across Iran were living in poverty, collecting garbage on the streets to sell. Some of these are Afghan children that have escaped from Taliban and found themselves and their families in Iran. Children are being exploited for profit. According to Iran Human Rights Group, children in Iran are facing intense child labor, physical abuse, high poverty level, trafficking, which is very intense in Iran, child trafficking, forced marriages. In Iran, as you know, is an Islamic country, and according to Islamic Sharia and law, kids, especially girls, can marry as young as 9. Religious persecution is still going on, not to mention thousands of children who have lost their parents to COVID and now have to fend for themselves, becoming homeless, or becoming a trafficking victim or refugee.
You're expanding your outreach to help these kids. Tell us what you guys are doing.
Well, when we found out the Iranian children were responding to and engaging with Superbook, we decided to launch a strategic virtual Sunday school platform using Superbook as a core tool to engage them and teach them about Jesus. These are live weekly shows on Mohabbat TV, our satellite TV into Iran, and these programs are being followed by social media components, investing in the future of Iran.
Finally, Mike, how can our viewers pray and help Iran's children?
The devastating situation affecting Iranian children has motivated the Heart4Iran team, our ministry, into raising awareness of child crisis in Iran. We need to focus on families and build a strong infrastructure for the fragile and persecuted church in Iran, as these children are the future leaders of this country. So we're seeking people to partner with us to continue bringing the gospel using Superbook into Iran. We ask you to please visit us on our website, heart4iran.com.